Have you ever been lost in a place where nobody speaks your language, where every street looks the same and your phone battery is dying? Today, I am sharing a true story that changed two lives forever, mine and a stranger's, all because of one simple act of kindness in the heart of Paris. It was a crisp October evening in 2023, and the Eiffel Tower was beginning to light up against the twilight sky. I had just finished a business meeting near the Champs-Élysées and was walking toward the metro station, my mind occupied with emails and tomorrow's agenda. The cobblestone streets were bustling with tourists, snapping photos, street performers, entertaining crowds, and the aroma of fresh croissants wafting from nearby cafes. That's when I heard her. "Excuse me, please? Does anyone speak English?" The voice was desperate, trembling. I turned around to see a young woman in her mid-20s, tears streaming down her face, mascara running, creating dark trails on her cheeks. She was clutching a dead phone in one hand and a crumpled map in the other. Her designer handbag was open, contents spilling out as she frantically searched through it. Despite her distressed state, there was something elegant about her. She wore a beautiful emerald dress that caught the fading sunlight. Her long, dark hair disheveled but still graceful. People walked past her. Some glanced, some looked away. In a city of millions, she was invisible in her crisis. But I couldn't walk away. "Hey, are you okay?" I approached her gently, switching to English. She looked up at me with eyes full of panic and relief simultaneously. "Oh, thank God. Please, I need help. I'm so lost, and I don't know what to do." Her name was Aria, and she was from Melbourne, Australia. This was her first time traveling alone. A trip she'd planned for years after saving every penny from her job as a kindergarten teacher. She dreamed of Paris since she was a little girl, watching old Hollywood movies with her grandmother. This trip was supposed to be her healing journey after losing that very grandmother 6 months ago, the woman who had raised her, who had taught her to dream big and see beauty in the world. But dreams and reality don't always align. Aria's hotel was across the city. Her phone had died hours ago. She'd lost her portable charger somewhere in the Louvre, and she'd missed the last tour bus back. She had been wandering for over 2 hours, trying to ask for directions, but the language barrier made everything impossible. She was exhausted, hungry, scared, and on the verge of a complete breakdown. "I feel so stupid," she sobbed. "Everyone probably thinks I'm just another careless tourist. I've asked so many people, and they just walk away." In that moment, I saw myself in her. Years ago, I had been stranded in Tokyo during my first solo trip, unable to communicate, feeling utterly alone in a sea of faces. I remembered that hollow feeling of helplessness, and I remembered the kind stranger who'd spent 3 hours helping me find my way. "You're not stupid," I said firmly. "You're brave." It takes courage to travel alone, and it takes even more courage to ask for help. "Come on, let's get you sorted out." I offered her my phone charger and found a nearby cafe where we could sit. The waiter, seeing Aria's tear-stained face, brought us warm croissants and hot chocolate without even asking a small kindness that made her smile for the first time. While her phone charged, we talked. Aria told me about her grandmother, about how she'd promised to take her to Paris but never got the chance. She told me about her students back home, about her dream to write children's books, about her fears and hopes. I shared my own stories of travel mishaps, of getting lost, of the kindness of strangers who became angels in disguise. "You know what my grandmother used to say?" Aria said, her voice soft. "We're all just walking each other home." I never really understood it until now. Her phone finally had enough charge, and I helped her call her hotel. But when we checked the location, my heart sank. It would take over an hour to reach by metro, with multiple changes, and the last train was in 40 minutes. She'd never make it alone, not in her current state. I had dinner plans with colleagues, important networking for a potential business deal. I looked at my watch, then at Aria's hopeful, exhausted face. Some things are more important than business. Let me take you there, I said. I know the metro system like the back of my hand. What happened next was pure magic, the kind you can't plan or predict. As we rode the metro together, switching lines at Chatelet, something beautiful unfolded. Aria's panic transformed into wonder. I pointed out hidden gems along the way, a tiny bookshop that sold first editions, a bridge where lovers left locks, a street corner where an accordion player performed every evening. "This is the Paris my grandmother dreamed of showing me," she whispered. At Saint Michel, we stepped out to switch lines, and there it was, Notre Dame. Illuminated against the night sky, still standing strong, despite its scars from the fire. Aria gasped, covering her mouth with both hands. Can we stop? Just for a moment." We stood there together, two strangers who'd become unexpected travel companions, watching the cathedral glow. Aria pulled out a small locket from her bag. Inside was a photo of her and her grandmother. "She's here with me," she said, tears flowing again, but this time they were different. Healing tears. "Because of you, I'm experiencing her dream. Thank you for not walking past me. Thank you for seeing me." I felt my own eyes water. "We see each other," I replied. When we finally reached her hotel, nearly 2 hours after we'd met, Aria insisted I come inside for a moment. The boutique hotel was charming, with vintage furniture and walls covered in old Parisian photographs. She wanted to give me something, anything, to express her gratitude. "I don't need anything," I insisted. "Just promise me something when you get home, when you see someone struggling, someone lost or scared or alone. You'll do the same. You'll stop. You'll help. You'll see them." She nodded vigorously, then surprised me with a tight hug. "I promise. And I'm going to write about this. About you. About today. My first children's book, it's going to be about kindness between strangers." 6 months later, I received a package at my office. Inside was a beautifully illustrated children's book titled The Friend at Twilight. It was Aria's story, our story transformed into a tale about a little girl who gets lost in a magical city and meets a kind stranger who helps her find her way. On the dedication page, it read, "For my grandmother, who taught me to dream, and for the stranger in Paris who helped me live that dream. You reminded me that angels don't always have wings. Sometimes they just have kind hearts." Enclosed was a note. "Because of you, I found the courage to pursue my dream." This book is being published next month. I've also started a volunteer program at my school where we teach children the importance of helping others. The ripple of your kindness continues. Thank you for seeing me when I was invisible. I keep that book on my desk as a reminder that our small acts of kindness can change lives in ways we never imagine. That evening, I missed a business dinner. I lost a potential deal worth thousands. But I gained something infinitely more valuable: the reminder that we're all human, all vulnerable, all capable of being lost. And we're all capable of being the light for someone else in their darkness. Aria was a tourist in a foreign country, but she became so much more. She became a reminder that behind every face is a story, behind every tear is a dream, and behind every request for help is a human being deserving of dignity and kindness. We live in a world that moves so fast. We're always rushing, always busy, always somewhere else in our minds. But what if we slowed down? What if we saw each other? What if we chose compassion over convenience? Today, Aria and I are still in touch. She's published 3 children's books now, all centered around themes of kindness and connection. She tells me her students are more compassionate, more aware of others' struggles. She tells me that her grandmother's dream didn't die. It multiplied through the stories she shares and the lives she touches. And me, I travel differently now. I see differently. When I see someone struggling, lost, or in need, I don't think about my schedule. I think about Aria, standing under the Parisian sky, invisible to hundreds but visible to one. That's all it takes, one person who chooses to see, to stop, to care. Because at the end of the day, we're all tourists in this world. We're all navigating foreign territories, dealing with our own losses, chasing our own dreams, sometimes getting lost along the way. And sometimes, we all need someone to help us find our way home. So here's my challenge to you. Be that person. Be the one who stops when others walk past. Be the one who sees when others look away. Be the reason someone believes in kindness again. You never know how far your compassion will reach. You never know whose life you might change. You never know when a simple act of help might become someone's reason to keep dreaming. That rainy October evening in Paris, I helped a tourist find her hotel. But the truth is, she helped me find something far more valuable: my faith in humanity, my purpose, and my reminder that we're all just walking each other home. What will your moment be? Who will you help today?